Top 5 worst transfers this season. Spending big bucks doesn't always mean you are getting the best players on the market. A bit of brainstorming and strategy is necessary for having a successful transfer window. In contrast, these clubs seem to be a bit too hasty in their dealings and ended up being part of some of the worst transfer fiascos of the January transfer window. Without further ado, we will tell you some of the worst transfers that took place in the now closed January window, so stay tuned because you are in for quite some shocks. Felix to Chelsea. Felix was signed by Chelsea in the current window under a resurgent Bowley, who took it upon himself to change Chelsea's fortunes. Chelsea has been on a roll this winter, signing 16 players in the winter window. They want to get back to winning ways, and their form under Potter has been abysmal. Felix has been brought in to shift the tide in their favour, but can he really do it? It doesn't look likely with the kind of record he's had at Atletico. He is one of the finest youngsters in Europe, but his form has been so weak one can't trust him to get their team guaranteed success. Moreover, he signed a new contract with Atletico just before leaving, so even if he brings success, this will be short-lived, with Chelsea having to rethink again in the summer. Gakpo to Liverpool. A transfer that took place on the back of a successful World Cup campaign, Liverpool signed him for a handsome amount of £37 million. Gakpo has come to Liverpool with very high hopes and expectations. Sadly, his poor career hasn't gotten off to the best of starts. In his 5 appearances for the Reds, he's yet to register an assist or goal to his name. The boy brought in to fill for the already underperforming Núñez just hasn't been able to get his feet on the ground. Low confidence? The vigour of the Premier League? Or the pressure of playing for the best and one of the most successful clubs in England? Gakpo just hasn't been the guy that Liverpool needs to guide them to a top 4 spot in the league. With the league title long gone, a firing Gakpo is needed for Liverpool to get something from this season. Will he be able to do it? We are yet to see. Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea. This transfer happened some time ago, so how can it already be one of the worst transfers of the 2023 season? Because of the history associated with it, and the money of course. Enzo was no doubt one of the best players during the World Cup campaign of Argentina and helped guide them to World Cup glory. Chelsea splashed £106 million to buy him, but to spend such a handsome amount of money on one player just doesn't make sense, does it? We have seen the fate of players coming in with big price tags and how they fail miserably. Big bucks demand big performances, and players often get crushed under the weight of money and end up performing horrendously. And honestly speaking, Enzo ain't the worst guy you can spend that much cash on. So, in short, this transfer is already shaping up to be one of the worst in history. Weghorst to United. This is a loan signing, so obviously it is a low-risk signing. But still, him making our list today has its reasons. He has big shoes to fill with the departure of Ronaldo. Moreover, he got relegated with Burnley, so a relegated player making an impact is a rare sight. Furthermore, and the most concerning one, is the style with which Ten Hag plays. He likes to counter and therefore needs pace in his attackers. Weghorst is a completely opposite player. In fact, he is particularly known for having weak legs, and he can't run at the speed needed for effective counters. So this looks like a recipe for disaster. How will this signing perform? Only time will tell. Jorginho to Arsenal. This deadline day move happened for a fee of £12 million. Now Jorginho has been a seasoned campaign and has had his fair share of good performances for Italy. He won and came third in the Ballon d'Or rankings. All looks good, but it isn't really how glowy and prolific as it looks. He is injury prone, plus he has had a better career with his national team than his time with Chelsea. He hasn't been able to perform quite well for the Blues, so when Arteta showed interest in him, more than a few eyebrows were raised. And with that, the time of our video has ended. Do like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. We will be back with more, I assure you. Till then, it's goodbye.